The problem is the government has indeed stood for this over the last year. We find this morning that right under the government's nose, greedy petrol retailers imposed an additional cost of more than £900 million on people filling up their cars. Retailers swiftly passed on price increases in the wholesale market to drivers, rocketing the prices up, yet when the wholesale prices dropped, prices were lowered only very slowly, something I think all of us could see for ourselves. The RAC call this nothing short of astounding in a cost of living crisis and confirms that supermarkets have not been treating drivers fairly at the pumps. Mr Speaker, this doesn't just affect the cost of driving. Higher road fuel prices have a knock-on effect on inflation right across the economy, pushing up prices in every sector of our country. The CMA makes it clear that rural areas were those facing the highest prices and still are. Where supermarket pumps are fewer and further between, such as in Cumbria or Somerset, fuel retailers are likely to have costs that are higher still. The CMA found that rural places like my own in Westmoreland and Lonsdale, or areas like Somerset and Frome, they're seeing fuel prices on average 1.2 pence per litre higher, even more than urban areas. And of course in rural communities, with poor public transport links, people have got no choice but to drive, and the distances to travel are so much larger. It affects, in particular, people who work in the care sector. Rural communities, again, feel taken for granted by this government. Now, one solution should be to expand rural fuel duty relief to those many isolated parts of Cumbria who are not currently covered by that 5 pence per litre relief, so that families in Cumbria are not left at the mercy of the most expensive fuel prices. And so, why did the government fail to stop greedy retailers from hitting families with an almost £1 billion excess fuel bill in the first place? Will the Chancellor, the Prime Minister, summon those companies' bosses to Downing Street and press them to return those unfair profits by lowering their prices now? And will he expand the rural fuel duty relief scheme to more areas to support communities like mine struggling with the highest petrol prices?